In relation to the curfews themselves, it's quite fresh at the moment, so there's been no hotspots identified with regard to people breaching the curfews. As you know, and as we've discussed before, last night 3 fixed penalties were issued to people that were in breach of the curfew, but at the moment in time there's no actually identified hotspot in relation to this particular matter.
What is it that you are doing when you approach any sort of people out and about, in particular in their vehicles? Are you stopping people? Are you asking them where they've been?
Yeah, effectively, in terms of the curfew itself, obviously it's always good to speak to the public and find out the reason as to why they're out during those hours. Obviously they may have a lawful exemption to be out, so we have to investigate that and make sure that they are adhering to those matters, to the legislation set out. However, if it's the case that people are just going for spins and out and about breaching the curfew without any lawful reason, then obviously we would take action. And you know, it may be the case that we're stopping people on foot, or whether we're conducting patrols on the roads and we're stopping vehicles at the side of the road and speaking to the occupants within those vehicles as well. It's effectively a mix of tactics, just to, as we do anyway, police the streets of Gibraltar. You know, we police in vehicles and we police on foot.
And there might be some people who are watching this who aren't really aware, of the fixed penalty notices of the they might see the RGP out and about patrolling and thinking, are they, for example, this is an extreme example, but are they, example, going to arrest me for being out beyond curfew? But this is just issuing penalty notices.
Yeah, I mean, an arrest is the last resort. It may be the case that we try and issue a fixed penalty notice for someone unlawfully breaching the curfew, and obviously there's some people that will escalate the situation to the point that they may be disorderly. Then someone's going to have to be arrested, and maybe for other offences. But in this case, if you're solely out and you're breaching the legislation in terms of the curfew, then you'll be issued a fixed penalty notice. Just like I said, just as you would be for committing a certain type of traffic offence on the road.
And in your capacity as an inspector, we've already talked about how the RGP patrols the streets and roads of Gibraltar ordinarily in more normal times as well. But how strange a situation is this for the force to be in this position, to have to patrol during a curfew, something that is unheard of in Gibraltar?
Luckily, the people of Gibraltar so far, with the COVID restrictions since they came in, I think it was March or April, have been largely compliant, which does make our job easier, and it makes our interactions with them a lot easier. And I think because Gibraltar is a small community, very different to the UK, just simply talking to people, engaging, explaining, makes a massive difference. But from our point of view, it is very alien. This is not normal times to be in. It's not in an ideal world, there would be no curfew. Unfortunately, at this moment in time, it's in to keep people as safe as possible from this virus, and our job is predominantly to keep the people of Gibraltar safe. So that's what we will do.